Hi, good morning. This is the second video of two. This is for my spotted flycatcher box, the specialist box. If you remember the first video, we finished off with a tiny little box with quite a steep pitch. What I've done, I've actually cut a piece of ply for the roof, so it's going to look like this, and I'm going to show you how I felt it. Just before I do that, I'll show you that I've gone OTT on this. I've actually put felt on the back as well, and that entire back will be covered in felt, so when it's up against a tree it's not going to get wet. I've put three coats of masonry paint on this, and I'm hoping this should last for a good while. Okay, so I've cut the roof. I always use Bricklayer's damp course as a hinge, and I just fix it with one nail for now. Okay, now bearing in mind this is going to be felt on top of this. If the felt breaks down, it quite often does because grey squirrels like to chew it. Even if the felt does break down, this will still remain waterproof. And this damp course piece here is going to stop the rain getting back down at the back of the nest box. Okay, so I've gone overboard. I'm going to felt it. The felt is corded felt. It's reinforced felt, so it's a good grade of felt. So it is difficult. It's a lot more difficult to tear because it's reinforced with, well, it's like a cordy, stringy type material. So I've got that. Right. Another thing I do as well, because ply is useless at the moment and it delaminates a lot. Again, this is going overboard a bit, but I like to put 4 screws in each corner. This should prevent it from delaminating, or at least it'll help it from the little roof nails I'm going to put in to the sides, and this will stop it from splitting. Okay, so it's worth taking these extra little bits. Yes, it's extra money, but if these nest boxes are going to last a lot longer, then it's worth investing, isn't it? Get these nest boxes looking good. Okay, so now I place it on. I like to have quite a bit of an overhang on the sides, which I'll show you in a sec. So I centre that like that. Very, very carefully turn it over. Feel for the corners of the roof, and then that's where I place my 3 nails. Now these roofing nails are basically going to keep the hinge in place, and it's going to stop it from tearing away. Alright, so that's very, very important. You turn it back over, then each corner you do a slit. Okay? And you do it, you just cut it up to the roof. Or up to the piece of ply. Alright? And when you've done that, you bend that forward to the front. You put 1 nail in. Now, hence those screws, it's going to stop this wood from delaminating, and I can already, I think I'm going to put an extra 2 nails in this, because actually I might put a few more nails in it, because this ply is not very good, I've got to say. But these these screws should keep it together. And the good thing about this, the nest box will probably outlive the roof, in all honesty, and if I have to replace the roof in a couple of years' time, then so be it. So, forward at the front of the nest box, then you bend these little pieces of felt down like that, and you come in about, I don't know, 20 mil from the end. Go to the other side. So there's the corner there. I'm going to come in about 20 mil. Oops, it's on the floor. Pick that up in a sec. Okay, that's the front done. Now, to make this nice and tidy, okay, what you do, you've got these little flaps. Tuck these flaps in like so, and then the sides come down over like that. So the flap is tucked inside that, which makes it a lot tidier. And then all I do is put 3 nails on the sides. Again, 20 mil from the ends to stop the ends from splitting, but also you've got those screws in there to prevent you from splitting as well. So I go to the other side, tuck that little lip in, come in 20 mil. Oops, missed that. Nail in there. Now these roofing nails, people say to me, why don't you use staplers? It's cheaper. I do use staplers, but I don't use them on my roof because, sorry, on the main part of the roof, because the wind gets in there and it pulls it up, and the staples do not hold the felt down as good as the roofing cleats. Okay, so here's the roof complete. Here's my little box. And place the roof on. Okay, that's like that. And the first thing you do is you put your 3 nails on to secure this to the main box. Be careful doing this because you don't want to split the felt if you can help it. Okay, so just very, very carefully do this. Obviously I've been making thousands of these, so I'm sort of used to it by now, but for somebody doing it for the first time, just take your time. Once you've got that, that's what it's going to look like on the back. And with the scissors, you just make a slip there, tuck these little legs in, and this is where I use a stapler. Okay, tuck those in like so, turn it to the front, then you want to cut down here. Now you can either do that with a Stanley knife or a pair of scissors. Okay, it's entirely up to you. I do go through a lot of pairs of scissors because the felt does actually end up blunting the scissors. So it might be better with a Stanley knife, but I find it easier with a pair of scissors. Once you've done that, you tuck it over. Okay, and I use 1 nail to secure it in the middle. And then the rest then will be staplers. I've got staplers all over down the sides. And these are galvanized staplers, so they're not going to rust. And there is your finished piece, okay? And as you can see, it's quite a long roof, it's a good overhang. You've got that little entrance there. It's going to be slightly out of view from crows and other birds of prey. And I'm hoping when that's sit on a tree like that, that's where the spotted flycatchers will enter, okay? So that's the finished spotted flycatcher box.